Mr. Matthew Laird, please.
Matthew Laird, 2 Renaissance Square. Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm here tonight on behalf of Quayside Community Board and the New Westminster Environmental Partners to bring to your attention an open letter we sent to TransLink last week regarding the Community Shuttle routes in New Westminster. As you may have noticed, the buses on the C3 and C4 route have been upgraded this summer. The old ones are getting pretty rattly, and it was so bad you could see passengers covering their ears sometimes. Unfortunately, there's a problem with the new vehicles. The same problem with the old ones, but more pronounced in this model. A problem unique to the community shuttle vehicles in the Greater Vancouver region, not seen on any other bus ordered by TransLink in the last decade. They have stairs. These new vehicles have one more step than the ones they replace. As I'm sure you're fully aware, Canada has an aging population, with mobility issues becoming more of an issue each year. In addition, the areas serviced by these two routes have disproportionately higher number of elderly riders compared to other regional transit services. It doesn't take many rides on these routes to witness some of our valued octogenarians struggling on the stairs, sometimes with grocery bags, sometimes with a walker, sometimes with both. I'm sure many of more are aware of the stairs and simply don't bother to try to ride. They have no other, and often have no other means to reach shops or other social activities. In fact, the single set of stairs, these narrow set of stairs, cause delays in boardings and disembarking even for able-bodied persons, causing delays and adding to running time per trip, therefore increasing the operating costs of these vehicles. While these buses do have lifts which could offer an alternative for those who can't manage the stairs, most would never dare ask for fear of the potential public embarrassment of requesting these large lifts at the rear of the bus be lowered, delaying the bus while other passengers look on. HandyDart is also not a viable option. The HandyDart system is already overtaxed and requires advanced booking. It simply doesn't offer the mobility our local seniors require when a bus stop could be as close as outside their door. That's why we're asking TransLink to examine the purchasing low-floor community shuttle vehicles. And just as with the New Westminster Station issue I was here with a few months ago, I've done my homework on this one. And by the way, staff, thank you for the nice crosswalks that's now been installed. According to CAW members I spoke with, the decision for type of vehicle to be purchased is a policy decision, not related to the availability of suitable vehicles. Low-floor buses in the size equivalent to the community shuttles, 15 to 25 feet, can be found operating in cities around the world, and they offer the best compromise solution between community shuttles and accessible low-floor buses. Besides the obvious benefits for our valued seniors, there are many other economic and sustainability reasons to move away from the current fleet. Current community shuttle vehicles use a lift to offer accessible services. However, this lift has a number of disadvantages. The most significant is time. It can cost up to 10 minutes to load and unload a wheelchair, meaning additional operating time must be factored into each run, adding dollars for taxpayers. While ramps on low floors take less than 2 minutes to load and can be unloaded in under a minute without assistance from the driver. There are other issues such as weight, passenger capacity, and malfunctions which add time and fuel costs, which are bad economically and environmentally. However, I don't have time to get into that right now, even though I see the 5-minute clock isn't actually operating. Please see our website if you actually would like to see more details on these issues. From a sustainability angle, these community shuttle services will produce far more environmental impacts over their lifetime than sturdier transit vehicles. TransLink's own figures show these vehicles will have a lifespan of 7 to 8 years, compared to standard transit buses which last for 20 to 30 years. This means for every standard transit vehicle lifetime, 3 community shuttles will have come and gone. That's 2 additional buses that must be manufactured along with the additional greenhouse gases and materials. That's also a significant increase in the amount of buses heading to scrap. At a time when the provincial government is focused on lowering environmental impacts and moving towards carbon neutrality, to have such disposable buses in the fleet doesn't fit. As you can see, the case for low-floor community shuttles from an economic, environmental, and social perspective is obvious. We're asking Council to endorse the idea of asking TransLink to move to fully accessible bus service in New Westminster during their next replacement cycle, if not sooner. It's the logical choice to give our seniors the freedom and mobility they deserve and to have helped TransLink lower their environmental and economic impacts. Some of you may have seen a heavily trimmed version of this letter in the Leader this weekend. To read the complete version and see photos of low-floor accessible small buses from around the world, please visit the New Westminster Environmental Partners website at nwep.ca. Thank you.
Thank you very much.